In the fast-paced, spotlight-chasing world of modern football, where flashy attackers and headline-grabbing stars dominate the narrative, the contributions of hard-working, disciplined players often fade into the background. One such player is Dixon, an Arsenal legend whose name, despite his remarkable achievements, is rarely celebrated with the fervour it deserves. Born on March 17, 1964, in Manchester, England, Dixon's journey from a local lad kicking a ball on makeshift pitches to a cornerstone of one of English football's most iconic defensive units is a story of grit, passion, and understated brilliance. This is the tale of a player who embodied the heart of the game, yet whose legacy has been overshadowed by the glamour of more flamboyant stars. It's time to set the record straight and shine a light on Dixon's extraordinary contributions to Arsenal and English football. Dixon's story begins in Manchester, a city where football is more than a sport. It's a way of life. Growing up in a working-class environment, Dixon was immersed in the game from an early age. Football ran through the veins of his community, with kids playing on any patch of grass they could find, using jumpers or makeshift goals to mark their territory. For young Lee, these informal games with friends were not just playtime, they were the foundation of a lifelong love affair with the sport. Unlike many modern players who rise through elite academies, Dixon's early footballing education took place on the streets, in school teams, and at local clubs. This grounded upbringing shaped his no-nonsense approach to the game and instilled a resilience that would define his career. Dixon's path to professional football was far from conventional. He didn't come through the ranks of a prestigious academy or a top-tier club. Instead, his talent was honed at Burnage High School Old Boys, a modest team where his performances as a determined and skillful young player caught the eye of a scout from Bury. At the age of 18, Dixon took his first step into professional football, signing with Bury and embarking on a journey that would eventually lead him to the pinnacle of the English game. His time at Bury was a crucial period of growth, where he learned to adapt to the demands of professional football, refine his skills as a right-back, and absorb the wisdom of more experienced players. It was here that Dixon began to develop the tactical awareness and defensive discipline that would later make him a household name among Arsenal fans. After impressing at Bury, Dixon earned a move to Stoke City in 1986, a club where he truly began to make his mark. At Stoke, he established himself as a reliable and versatile right-back, capable of shutting down opponents, while also contributing to the attack with his overlapping runs and precise crossing. His performances caught the attention of Arsenal, and in January 1988, Dixon's life changed forever when the Gunners came calling. Joining one of English football's most storied clubs was a defining moment in his career, marking the beginning of a golden era for both Dixon and Arsenal. At Arsenal, Dixon became an integral part of one of the most formidable defensive units in football history. Alongside Tony Adams, Steve Bold and Nigel Winterburn, he formed part of the legendary back four, a defensive line renowned for its discipline, organization, and near-impenetrable resilience. Under the guidance of manager George Graham, this quartet became the backbone of Arsenal's success in the late 1980s and 1990s, setting a standard for defensive excellence that remains iconic to this day. Dixon's role as a right-back was not limited to stopping opposing wingers. He was also a dynamic presence on the flank, often overlapping to deliver dangerous crosses into the box. His ability to balance defensive solidity with attacking contributions made him a vital cog in Arsenal's machine. Dixon's time at Arsenal was marked by remarkable success. He played a key role in the club's First Division title triumphs in 1988. These victories were a testament to the team's defensive strength and collective spirit, with Dixon's consistency and tactical intelligence shining through. The pinnacle of his club career arguably came in the 1993-94 season, when Arsenal won the European Cup Winners' Cup, a historic achievement that showcased the team's ability to compete on the continental stage. Dixon's contributions were instrumental, as his tireless work rate and defensive prowess helped Arsenal overcome some of Europe's best teams. Over the course of his Arsenal career, Dixon made over 600 appearances, a staggering figure that reflects his durability, fitness, and unwavering commitment to the club. He added multiple Premier League titles to his collection after the league's rebranding in 1992, cementing his status as one of Arsenal's all-time greats. His partnership with the back four was a cornerstone of the club's success, and their collective legacy is still celebrated by fans who remember the glory days of George Graham's Arsenal. On the international stage, Dixon earned 22 caps for England, representing his country with the same professionalism and dedication he brought to Arsenal. He was part of the England squad for the 1992 European Championships, although the team's underwhelming performance in the tournament meant that Dixon's international career didn't reach the same heights as his club achievements. Nevertheless, his selection for the national team was a recognition of his quality and consistency at the highest level of the game. When Lee Dixon retired from professional football in 2002, instead, he transitioned seamlessly into a broadcasting career, leveraging his deep understanding of the game to become a respected pundit and commentator. Dixon began his media career with the BBC, where he quickly became a fan favorite for his insightful and accessible analysis. His ability to break down complex tactical concepts in a way that resonated with both casual fans and hardcore enthusiasts made him a staple on programs like Match of the Day. His clear, concise explanations and calm demeanor endeared him to audiences who appreciated his ability to make the game's intricacies understandable to all. Dixon's broadcasting career wasn't limited to the BBC. He later joined ITV, where he provided commentary and analysis during major tournaments like the World Cup and European Championships. His ability to blend tactical insight with an understanding of the emotional stakes of high-profile matches made him a standout voice in football media. In addition to his work in the UK, Dixon expanded his reach to the United States, joining NBC Sports to cover the Premier League. As soccer's popularity grew in the US, Dixon's expertise helped enhance the viewing experience for American audiences, offering a player's perspective on the game's nuances. Beyond television, Dixon has also contributed to football documentaries, including 89, a project that revisits Arsenal's dramatic 1988 era. His involvement in such projects underscores his passion for preserving the history and subtleties of the sport, ensuring that future generations understand the significance of moments like Arsenal's last gasp victory at Anfield. Outside of his professional endeavors, Lee Dixon has embraced a quieter, more grounded lifestyle. A keen cyclist, he often participates in charity rides and enjoys cycling for leisure, a hobby that allows him to stay active and escape the intensity of the football world. This low-key approach to life is emblematic of Dixon's character. Unlike many modern athletes who chase fame through social media and endorsements, Dixon has always preferred to let his work speak for itself. His reluctance to court controversy or seek the tabloid spotlight has endeared him to fans who value authenticity, but it may also explain why his name doesn't resonate as loudly as some of his peers. Despite his remarkable achievements, Lee Dixon's name is not as widely celebrated today as it should be. Several factors contribute to this. The 1980s and 1990s, when Dixon played, marked a transitional period in football's global commercialization. While the sport was becoming more media-driven, Dixon was not a flamboyant figure like some of his contemporaries. Players who embraced the spotlight or cultivated larger-than-life personas often garnered more attention, while Dixon's reserved nature and focus on the game itself meant he flew under the radar for casual fans. Additionally, the modern football landscape is dominated by attacking players and glamorous superstars, whose highlight reel goals and social media presence overshadow the contributions of defenders like Dixon. The role of a right-back, while critical to a team's success, is rarely as eye-catching as that of a prolific striker or creative midfielder. As a result, players like Dixon, whose brilliance lay in their discipline, consistency and tactical acumen, are often underappreciated by newer generations of fans. Lee Dixon's story is a classic underdog tale, one that resonates with anyone who values hard work and perseverance. From his humble beginnings in Manchester to his transformative stints at Bury and Stoke City, Dixon's journey to Arsenal is a testament to the idea that talent and determination can triumph over circumstance. At Arsenal, he became a linchpin in one of the greatest defensive units in football history, helping the club achieve domestic and European glory. His 600-plus appearances, multiple league titles, and European Cup Winners' Cup are a legacy that few can match. Yet, Dixon's influence extends beyond his playing career. As a pundit, he has continued to educate and inspire fans, offering a window into the tactical and emotional complexities of the game. His work in documentaries and his contributions to the growing popularity of football in the United States further underscore his commitment to the sport. Even in retirement, Dixon remains a figure of integrity, shunning the limelight in favor of a life rooted in passion and authenticity. It's time for football fans to rediscover Lee Dixon's legacy. His story is a reminder that greatness doesn't always come with fanfare or headlines. It lies in the quiet moments of dedication, the countless hours of hard work, and the unyielding love for the game. For Arsenal fans, Dixon is a symbol of an era when the club's success was built on grit, unity and defensive mastery. For football purists, He is a reminder that the backbone of any great team is its unsung heroes, players who put the collective above personal glory. Lee Dixon may not be the flashiest name in football history, but his contributions to Arsenal and English football are undeniable. His journey from the streets of Manchester to the hallowed turf of Highbury is a story of resilience, skill and heart. As we celebrate the modern stars of the game, let's also take a moment to honor the likes of Lee Dixon, players who, through their quiet excellence, helped shape the sport we love. His legacy deserves to be remembered, not just by Arsenal fans, but by anyone who values the true spirit of football.